What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It's Money Monday, July 15th. We just hit 10:45 a.m. Real quick, let me know in the comments down below if the volume is alright. Is it too loud? Is it still a little bit on the low side? I've had a couple complaints that the volume's a little bit too low and it's hard to hear me sometimes. I did go into the OBS studio and raised it up a little bit, so I just need to know now, is it too loud or if it's still too low. If I'm blowing out your eardrums right now, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it the best I can. I'm not all professional and I don't have a official microphone. Maybe I need to go out and get one, but all I've been using is just the volume on the webcam that I've been using. So hopefully everybody's having a great day so far, kicking off Money Monday. So far, the number one stock today is CAPR, getting a huge gap up today from $3.25 all the way up to a high pre-market of $7.29. Stock opens up today, sells down to the 670s level, and just gets squeezed from 670 all the way up to 850. And then it just had a killer sell down all the way down to the 650 level. And currently it's been in this nice range from 650 up to $7. I did not trade CAPR today. I didn't take any trades today because all this morning I had all these stocks on my watch list. The overall markets were gapping up. Soon as the markets opened, the market started selling off. These stocks started popping off. I don't like to trade the first 15 to 20 minutes after the market opens. So a lot of stocks surged up and then surged down even harder. So on my pre-market watch list, I had CAPR. It's got a flow of 2.3 million. Its average true range is 34 cents, and institutional ownership owns 33% of this stock. It had a press release today saying positive results from DMD drug trial. So this is one of those pharma companies, and I'm looking at the daily chart on CAPR. Let's look at this daily here. Just a complete turd of a daily chart on this. Nothing looked tempting at all on this. I'm looking at this. It's gapped up really huge from 320 all the way up to $7. You got to think, this isn't really great news. And it's a pharma company. These pharma companies are going to be desperate for cash. You got to think, with a big gap up like this, it's got to be priced in with the news already. So I just wanted to keep it on watch just in case anything crazy did happen with it. So far, it's acting the way it should be, but got a nice pop up to $8 today. This 300-day moving average. I had a feeling it was going to try to at least test this line right here, but I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable taking a trade on CAPR. The daily just didn't look tempting to me. I'm not going to break my rules and go all out on a trade. It's all about risk management. Just because we're traders doesn't mean we have to trade every day. I like to trade quality good stocks that are kicking me in my shins, have two air horns in my face, and showing me that it's tradable. BLRX was also on my watch list today. As you all know, all of last year and all of this year, low float reverse splits have been the theme. BLRX today had a 1 for 15 reverse split, but nothing happened with it. Very huge spread on this thing. This thing, I was watching it right at the open. It opens at 454, sells all the way down to 422, pops all the way up to 465, down to 444, up and down, up and down. No volume. So normally the people who like to pump up these low float reverse splits, they didn't even attack it today. Next up, CEI. CEI, I just made a technical analysis video on CEI. Still popping up days after its big move right here. And even today, this started getting heated up pre-market from 375 running all the way up to 440 right before the market opens. This did set up nicely, but a little bit too risky. Let me load up my pen here. Pops up here to 440, and then right before the market opens, it sells all the way down to this $4 level, this mental level. Falls a little bit below it, comes right back above it. Just watching the tape, all this volume just push into it, but it wasn't enough for me to give me conviction to trade it. I could really tell off of watching the volume and the tape, if there is really volume pumping into the stock, then that's telling me that there's an imbalance between supply and demand. CEI has a new float since its reverse split. It was at 12 million. Now it's at 1.8 million float with an average true range of $1.25. Comes right up to this $4. From 4, this rips all the way up to 450. And then slowly trends its way back on down to 420. Breaks below VWAP. VWAP is holding as resistance right there. Holding this $4. And then falls below it. But 390 popping back up to 435. Just no volume in it at all. I'm not going to get in on a low float stock that doesn't have no volume in it, because if this thing flushes and there's a big seller, you could see this thing really flush down with no volatility, no volume, and really hurt your account. Next up, Soli. I had this on watch today. The past 2 days, this stock has been in play. And I haven't been able to be in the markets the past 2 days. But going off of what Soli likes to do, this thing is great for range plays. Very great for range plays. I did have my eye on it today, but I just did not pull the trigger on it. You could see here on Thursday, right here, this was all in a range. And this is what I'm talking about. Watching and seeing what these stocks are doing. All right here, and right here, and then right here, and right here. Just back and forth range on this thing right there. Just great that's what I like to look for right there. When a stock has range going back and forth like that, breaking above it, running up, and then coming all the way back down, and then forms more ranges. That's what I like to look for. To me, that's easy money. So this is showing me that this stock likes to move in a range. We fast forward to the next day. Friday, the stock has a sell down all the way to, what is that, $18? From $18 right there all the way up to $19 right there. I'm going to say everybody looks at charts differently. But sells down to this level, bounces up to $19.25. Right back down, bounces up. So this is showing me that it likes to move in a range back and forth, back and forth. And that's how you trade these stocks. They all have their own personality. But if you zoom out on this chart, it has a low right there. It hanged around right there. And pretty much just like this like general area right here. So today when the stock opened, it sold all the way down to the $16 level. I was liking this level right here and this level right here. And look what this thing did today. Sold all the way down from 19 all the way down to $16 and then bounces all the way up to $18. Nice $2 bounce right there. And now you can see it's slowly making its way back down to that $16 level right here, making lower highs, and it's trying to hold on to the $16.50 level, but no volumes pushing into it. And they have news out today too. They had a positive 26-week trial results. Looks like CAPR blasted off again. See? Right from that 650 level back up over $7. That's the importance of just waiting for the stock and seeing what levels it likes to bounce off of. Just simply plotting Fibonacci lines from the previous day's close all the way up to the high today. Look at this thing. This is beautiful. Pre-market, it kept hitting the 650 high all right here. Stock opens up above that level, pretty much bounced off of it right there, ran all the way up. Stock slowly sold all the way back down to this level right here. And it kept bouncing off it, bouncing off of it, bouncing off of it, bouncing off of it, and running right up to the VWAP at $7. And now it's pushing over that VWAP and running up to $7.50. Yeah, I should have paid a little bit more attention to CAPR. That would have been a nice move. That's alright though. You can't get FOMO and chase after it. This is how people blow up their accounts. What's going on, Julia? Hopefully you're having a great day. CAPR, nice move though today. But I want to show you something as well with CAPR. When it came down to the 650 level, all right here, and kept running up to the $7 level. If you look at a lot of traders, they're always trying to buy at the top part of a stock, anticipating a breakout, when majority of the time the stock doesn't break out and pulls back to level of support. You got to have that reverse psychology. If you find yourself or catch yourself buying a stock at a resistance level, you're chasing the stock. You want to have patience, wait for the stock to pull back to support levels, and that's when you anticipate buy levels. And if a stock breaks out from a resistance level and runs up, wait for it to pull back to the $7 area. If it has strength, then this $7 area will hold as support. Old resistance should hold as support if the stock has strength. Don't be that one chasing it up here at $7.50, hoping for it to keep going up and up and up. Wait for it to pull back, have a nice healthy pullback. If $7 is holding, jump in. Put your risk just below that $7 break. $7 or $6.90. I'd put my risk at like $6.89 because you got to give it a, a little room to move. A nice move on CAPR. This is patience playing out right here at its best. Normally, the more times the stock tests a level, like this support right here at 650, it'll break through it. That's what I was looking for. Because if we look at this level, it tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It tested this support level. And if we draw this resistance at 7, it tested this resistance at 7 once right there, twice, couldn't even get up to it right there, and right there on the third time it broke above it. So I was thinking that this stock was done and was going to fall to the downside because of how many times it just kept slamming this support. Because you got to think of it as like a jackhammer. The more times that stock comes down and hits that level, it's making that support weaker and weaker and weaker, and it'll eventually break through it and fall. But watch CAPR. If this has strength, it'll pull back to the $7 level, and you also got the VWAP right there. If that $7 holds as support, you'll get an easy bounce right back up to 750, the highs. That's what the smart money's doing. You gotta think, stocks like to move in waves. Up and down, up and down. But I wanna come back to CAPR and finish up what else we were talking about. OSTK. From this 1730 level right here. See how it sold down from this $19? And it just kept making lower lows and lower highs all the way down. And you see how it kind of went sideways right here, started to U-shape around. That's what I like to look for right there. Don't try catching a stock if it's selling off, making lower highs and lower lows. Don't force it. Let the stock do what it's got to do. Let it set up. Have patience. And look what happened. It sold off, started to slow down, went sideways for a quick moment, and then it starts moving its way on up. And then all the way up to $18.20 from $17.30. A nice $1 move right there. And then this has just been going back and forth, trending up, slowly but surely, from $18 up to $18.40. So nice scalping opportunity here on OSTK. Just like that. It's all about having patience and letting the stock do what it's got to do. I know it can be hard, and I still struggle with it at times. I'm not perfect. Slowly starting to fade out. But these were all the stocks I had on my watch list pre-market. CAPR, SOLY, OSTK, and BLRX. One thing I want to show you guys real quick. We are entering earnings season. So, real quick, just to show you guys, we have 11 companies putting earnings out today. One stock put a split out today, and that was BLRX. Here's a list of all the companies putting out earnings today. So far, Citigroup has surpassed and put out positive earnings. OGI has put out negative earnings, and it looks like Pixie put out negative earnings so far. So, as the week's going to go on, more companies are going to put out more earnings. Tomorrow, we got 32 companies putting earnings out. Wednesday, 58 companies. Thursday, 70 companies putting earnings out. And for the next few weeks, more and more companies are going to be putting earnings out. I think Amazon, I'm not sure. Let me see real quick. Microsoft puts earnings out on Thursday. United Healthcare. You're just going to have to go through and see what big companies are putting earnings out. Because what these companies put out for earnings will determine the direction of the overall market. If these companies are putting out negative earnings, that's going to affect the market. And also keep in mind, the market, like the SPY, has been rallying for the past 2 weeks. So be cautious this week because we may get a pullback this upcoming week with the SPY. But keep an open mind. Anything can happen. CAPR. See how it flushed down real quick to that $7 area? But real quick, I want to show you guys real quick. I just put out that trading psychology DVD. Hopefully you guys were all able to check this DVD out that I made. I spent over 2 weeks working on this psychology DVD. Really, really good. And it's getting off to a really good start too with 150 views so far. And I've only had it out for 2 days. So thanks for supporting it. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check this psychology DVD out. I put in a lot of hard work into this DVD, and there's a lot of great content in this DVD, and it'll help you out a lot as a trader. And I also put out a play yesterday, the mid-candle breakout and the rubber band play. It's one of my favorite plays that I like to look out for in the stock market. A free play to you guys from me. But look at that. CAPR. That's exactly what I was talking about right there. You see that long lower wick right there? Came right down to that $7 and popped right back up now to $7.40. Now watch, this will probably push right back up to $7.50. There it goes. See, you can predict what's going to happen in the stock market. You just got to put that screen time in, and you see the stuff happen all the time. It'll probably get denied at $7.50, and it'll flush right back down to $7. That's how they like to trap people. The market's always playing games. In a way, you got to think of what the opposite of what people are going to do. What are people doing right now? On the tape, you're going to see lots of buying because they're all chasing it. You got to think 90% of people lose money in the stock market. So why are you going to do what the 90% are doing? If you're seeing all buying on the tape and it's at a resistance level, you got to think 90% people fail. You're going to want to do the opposite of what they're doing, and the smart money is selling into all that buying. And then when it drops down, they all lose money, and you're the smart money, and you're buying right at support. And then when it pops back up again, you're the smart money selling into the dumb money. It takes a long time to figure that stuff out. I don't know to Street Smart Edge what list don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about, Julio. SGMO. There was one stock. What was it? WKHS. That's the one. This one had a surge the past 2 days. This WKHS, this stock is a weird stock. This stock loves surging. Look at that. Friday surges from 320 all the way up to 360. Today opens up at around this 340 level, surges all the way up to 376. Very weird moving stock, and when it surges up, it'll sell back down all the way. Look at a bigger time frame on WKHS. This is that stock that President Trump tweeted about, I think, way back when. Look, yeah, from 54 cents. Look at this. It grinded up, surged all the way up to 323. Slowly sold all the way down to $1.25, and then was in a range from $1.25 to $1.80. Broke from that range, surged up, sold down. Just a very, very slow grinder. I think a lot of people are just accumulating this stock. Yeah, because you can just see it's just having a death grind to it. All right here. And I don't even see news on WKHS. This thing hasn't had news since July 5th, 10 days ago. CAPR is starting to get some momentum now. With the float of 2.3 million, that's how fast it can quickly turn around. Look at that. From $6.50, it's already hitting almost $8 now. A nice $1.50 move. All within a half hour. Not even. 20 minutes. I think that's going to about wrap it up for today, guys. No trades for me today. If you guys are interested, I have a Discord chat room. I have a link to the Discord chat room in the description of the video. If you're interested, I have all kinds of great content in the Discord chat room and education you guys can learn from. All I ask is just head on over to the rules, read the rules, respect the rules, and respect other people that are in the chat room, and just have fun with it. I actually just went through this weekend and added all kinds of great channels like Level 2 and tape reading and all kinds of videos related to that. Random topics, stock scanners and stock screeners, stock market movies and TV shows, all kinds of new videos. I got a dictionary from Investopedia, favorite websites that I like to go to, chart patterns, book recommendations, candlestick patterns, trading indicators, trading psychology, all kinds of great stuff, guys. A Patreon channel to support my Patreon, and if any of you guys want one-on-one training on my Patreon, I got something going on where we can do FaceTime one-on-one for 2 hours, and I'll unload all kinds of great tips and information on you and just show you where to begin and show you pretty much what I didn't know when I was first starting out. I got a halt scanner with the stock bot, a news scanner. I usually post a chart of the day every day. I have an ETFs only chat room, and then I have the chat room right here. So if you guys are interested, I have a link to the Discord in the video description of all my videos. You guys are more than welcome to join it if you want. But be careful out there, guys. Always tell yourself tomorrow's a new day. I'm not taking any trades today. CAPR was the #1 stock today. If you didn't trade, again, it's alright. Don't get FOMO. Chase after a stock. I always say this, as traders, we make our money sitting and waiting. We don't have to trade every single day. Today, look what happened. CAPR had great opportunities on it, and I didn't trade it at all because I didn't like the stock. So you don't know how to put the... I have no idea what you're trying to say, Julio or Julio. But that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Monday, July 15th. It's a little after 11 a.m. now. I would just keep an eye on CAPR, see what it does. Take a picture of the chart as well at the end of the day. Study the chart. There's a lot of key takeaways from this chart to learn from, and history will repeat itself again. Draw out lines on the chart. Look at that. Old resistance, held as support, all right here. And then old resistance there is now holding as support, and off it goes to new highs. Save all charts, all kinds of charts. I'm a big fan of taking pictures of charts and over the weekend studying all the charts. And don't be afraid to look at multiple time frames as well. 1 minute, 2 minute charts, 3 minute charts, 5 minute charts, 10 minute charts, 15 minute charts. The bigger the time frame, the more the stock of a picture it'll tell you. But look at that right there. Just switch into a simple 15-minute chart. The stock had just made a perfect U shape. Just like that. Even with a couple hammers. Right there and right there. Bullish candlesticks. But alright guys, again, if you're interested in the Discord group, I have a link in the description of this video to take you to the Trading Learning 101 Discord group. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Be safe out there. And remember, have that patience, have that discipline, and study, 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 guys. Put that screen time in. Alright, see you guys all tomorrow. Be safe. Later.